Pakistan's double standards at global platform were exposed when a conference held on the sidelines of the 42nd session of United Nations Human Rights Council apprised media and audience of the status quo of the region. Various exiled Gilgit-Baltistan leaders living in different parts of the globe gathered to educate people about the massive human rights violations being carried out with impunity by army and other state agencies of Pakistan. Activists accused Pakistan of illegally occupying the region for 7 decades and misruling the people through different ways and means. They said the human rights situation in Gilgit-Baltistan was grim and was constantly deteriorating with time. They, however, expressed their happiness with the decision of the Indian government, who they said was truly working in the welfare of the citizens of Jammu and Kashmir, unlike Pakistan, whose words were shallow and sympathy was synthetic. They categorically said that Gilgit-Baltistan was an integral part of India and deserved to be governed by New Delhi. These activists, who have earlier demanded reserved seats for Gilgit-Baltistan in Indian Parliament, urged New Delhi to step up its diplomacy in order to liberate the region from Pakistani clutches.
It is time for India, which is the lawful, legal owner of Gilgit-Baltistan, to step up in the United Nations and outside the United Nations, claiming Gilgit-Baltistan, not just with symbolic gestures, but building relationship with the people of Gilgit-Baltistan, because what we have seen that what India has done in Ladakh by giving them autonomy right now, giving them their own union territory, is something that we could look towards and hope that one day Gilgit-Baltistan will also be able to have that kind of development and political model that India provides to Ladakh.
Since 1947, Gilgit-Baltistan has been ruled with an iron fist by Pakistani authorities. People of the region have no say in the laws that are formed to govern the region. They have no representation in the Parliament of Pakistan. Police and policies are used as instruments of suppression by Islamabad. Anti-Terrorism Act is widely misused to stifle the voice of demands and dissent. There have been numerous cases where the activists have been jailed and tortured. In other cases, they have even been hacked to death. People of the region have maintained that their region is an extended part of Indian Union territory of Ladakh and deserve the treatment and development like that only. Activists said that it was high time when United Nations took note of the situation and acted against Pakistan for illegally occupying the region.
India and Gilgit-Baltistan are part of the same body, part of the same culture and civilization, part of the same country. And I think the United Nations, the member of the United Nations, need to realize that Pakistan has become a big stumble block for the last 70 years, and it is the only reason why there's a huge impasse in achieving the real development and real true autonomy that the people of Gilgit-Baltistan deserve within the Indian Constitution.
Pakistan has also allowed Chinese to settle in GB on the pretext of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. This has triggered a massive demographic shift in the region, compelling people to demonstrate and protest for their rights. But they have gained little or no success inside the boundaries of Gilgit-Baltistan, where the local population has been outnumbered by troops stationed permanently to keep a vigil on them. The activists, however, are determined, and they say the fight will continue until Pakistani shackles are broken from Gilgit-Baltistan.